Hey everybody, it's Dr. Fuck from Thrash with another exciting review. And this week I'm going to talk about a band from the 80s that didn't sell much, but the hardcore metalheads were aware of them. This band, like if you knew anybody from the 80s that, you know, and you mentioned this band, they go, oh, I love that album. They were fucking metal, man. This is a traditional metal classic that anybody out there that loves Priest, I highly recommend you check out this album. It's traditional heavy metal, kick-ass traditional heavy metal. Let's get into it. This is Fighting for the Earth by Warrior. Fighting for the Earth. This is Warrior, released in 1985 on MCA Records. That didn't do jack shit to promote it. This album, this is a band that formed in '82, and they did some demos and they played around town. They caused a buzz, and then they got signed to MCA Records, man, and they released this and didn't do anything. But you know, as years gone by, you know, there's a lot of people that did catch on to this album, and they released, they went to Europe and they played the Marquee, where it was filmed, only 2 songs, and it's up on YouTube, and I'll have clips of it later on here. And then they broke up because the record label didn't really help them much, and they just fizzled away, where the singer Paramore McCarthy went on to join Rough Cut when Paul Shortino joined Quiet Riot. That didn't last long, and then he ended up being the singer on the Atomic Playboys album with Steve Stevens from Billy Idol. Bass player Bruce Turgon went on to join Shadow Kings, which featured Lou Grant from Foreigner and Vivian Campbell from Dio, and later Whitesnake. Didn't go anywhere. And Joe Floyd tried to reform Warrior, but like he called it Cold Fire, and he had like a bunch of different players, and one of the players was Nick Menza on drums, who ended up being in Megadeth. Then in 1991, Floyd reunited with Paramore and they did Warrior again. This lineup featured Roy Z, and he lasted a few years, but then he ended up leaving to join forces with Bruce Dickinson's solo career. And they didn't release an album all the way till 1998, and I have that CD. It's called Ancient Future. It's alright, it's not bad. It's not like Fighting for the Earth, but yeah, it's okay. But then, you know, that didn't do too well, and then Paramore left, and then they released another album, which I have here as well. That is a flat. It's called The Code of Life. This one features Rob Rock on vocals, and then they did an album which I haven't heard. I actually looked it up on YouTube and I found one song, and it was pretty bad, so I don't know if I want to check out that album. I'd like to check it out, but boy. And this one, oddly enough, the singer on that album is Mark Storace from Crocus, of all bands. He joined Warrior. And the name of that album was The War of God and Man. I got everything written down over here. And then again, Floyd reunited with McCarthy, and then they didn't do no album or anything, but they played Whacking, I think. They played some festival, and I haven't heard, that was like back in 2009. Haven't heard from anything since. Well, that's it. That's the whole backstory of Warrior. So let's get into the songs, track by track, and this is track 1. Track 1, Fighting for the Earth. This one was the first song I heard on the Metal Shop show, which was a syndicated radio show that they used to play over here at like 2 in the morning on Monday night, to guarantee nobody would listen except dedicated metalheads like myself. And I used to tape that show with cassettes, and yeah, man, I heard this song on there and I was like, fuck, man, this song fucking rules. I gotta get this album. And I did. I went out and got the album. This is the title track, and probably my favorite, tied for my favorite track off the album. Total kick-ass, and as you're looking at now, they actually made a video. MCA actually threw in a little money to make a video for this song, but I guess that's all they did, because after that it just fizzled away. But at least, you know, we got footage from that era, 1985. A kick-ass song and a kick-ass title track from a kick-ass album. Let's go to the next track. Only the Strong Survive. This one, again, great song. A little more mid-paced, and just great vocals, man. I just love the hell out of this song as well. I like every song on this album. There's not a bad song. This would probably be down on one of my least favorite ones, even though it's so cool. That's how good this fucking album is, that even like the songs that are all the way at the bottom are kick-ass. This is a solid album. Every song fucking rules. Like the next one. Oh yeah, you can hear from that intro how fucking traditional metal these guys are. They don't fuck around, man. This is heavy metal. My favorite form of metal. I know I'm in a thrash band. That's because I can't sing like Paramore or Rob Halford. You know, if I could, I'd form a band like this, man. Because this is really the music I love more than any music out there as form as metal. And then thrash will be my second. And hey, I can sing thrash. And I love thrash, okay? So I'm not bashing thrash at all. I'm just saying this type of music is my favorite. And this song is a great example. Ruler. Fucking rules. Next song. Mind Over Matter. This is a fast-paced one, a fast rocker. Again, kick-ass, great drum work, and this song is just fucking kicking ass all the way through it. Great fucking drums and guitars and vocals and metal and heavy fucking metal, traditional to the bone, kick-ass fucking metal. I love Mind Over Matter. Great way to kick off, to end side one. So let's kick off side two. Defenders of Creation would have to be my second favorite. I mean, tied for my favorite track is this song and the title track are my two favorites on here. And as you can see here, here's footage from the Marquee Club where they're actually playing this live. You can see this up on YouTube. What can I say? This song, everything about it, man. It's got such a killer vibe to it. Just love the hell out of this one, man. Pure fucking, it starts off, you know, almost AC/DC-ish kind of riff for those about the rock type thing, you know, and then it just goes into like that grinding metal, that fucking, you know, mid-paced, heavy-ass riffs, man. Just love the fuck out of this song, man. Defenders of Creation rules. Let's go to the next one. Day of the Evil, Beware. Hell yeah, here's another kick-ass fucking song. Very fucking metal. I just love the hell out of this one too. I don't know, I can't go into details about lyric-wise and stuff. I mean, it's just metal lyrics, man. I'm not really going into depth with all these songs because I really don't have no backstories of all these tunes that I'm talking about. All I can say, they fucking roll. I love this one too, man. They're all fucking good. So, traditional metal, motherfucker. Let's go to the next track. Cold Fire, the ballad, kind of power ballad-ish, but it's more like a metal ballad, you know, but it's not like no love song, man. This song is, you know, I get a vibe of a guy that's living out in the mountains or some shit, you know, in the snow, and at the very end of the song, he hits these fucking high notes and it gets heavy. It's just fucking great. I love Cold Fire. Probably my second favorite track on here after those two that are tied. Cold Fire rules. Let's go to the next track.
Where would we be without the ability to let our minds wander?
PTMI. This is just a spoken word thing with Perry McCarthy just talking and then screaming at the top of his lungs. Not much I can say about this, though. They do this feature, as you can see from the video. The Fighting for the Earth video starts with this track and the little spoken word before the Fighting for the Earth starts. Great. I even love the fucking spoken word on here. It's metal as well. Let's go to the last track. Welcome aboard, the final track on the album, and again, great song. I have to put it, like, you know, again, down where Only the Strong Survive, where it's a great fucking song, but every other song I talked about, I put above it, and that's pretty much it, man. That is my review from Fighting for the Earth, and, you know, it brings, you know, page with the band and the lyrics inside, and actually I have 2 copies of this album. This album did get re-released on CD. Do I have it here? It'd be a pain in the ass to look for it, but I know I have it. By Metal Blade. Metal Blade released it on CD, on compact disc, in I think like 91, 92. I mean, like 5-6 years later, because when this initially came out, it only came out on cassette and vinyl. So Metal Blade, I guess, bought the rights and released it, and I highly recommend you guys check this album out, man. If you like traditional metal, like Priest type shit, man, look no further. Warrior will blow your fucking mind. This album is a fucking classic, and it's a cult classic, and it deserves to be a cult classic. Fuck yeah, all hail this fucking album, man. Fighting for the Earth, one of my favorites. See you next time, man. Go listen, then buy it. Bye.